Hey everyone, and welcome back to another great eShop deals video. Now we are still working on that huge New Year sale that just dropped this week, and today I have more than 25 more selections from that sale. Now first of all, because I don't want to be repeating it for each and every one of the games, although I will remind it a couple of times, all of these deals are ending on January 17th. So you've still got quite a few days to take a look at this sale and choose which games are the ones you want to be picking up. Now also, as usual, about halfway through the video, we'll be announcing this week's winner of the $5 eShop gift cards. If you want to know how you can participate, all you need to do is drop a comment down below and be subbed to the channel. You then check out the next regular eShop deals video. I announced the winners there. Now, just in case if you missed part 1 of the New Year sale, I'll be linking that down below. That's where I put most of the games that are at brand new low prices. Now with all that out of the way, let's jump straight into these great deals. And just don't forget that if you are liking the content, please consider hitting the like button. Now we're going to start out with a big game with the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition that is now 50% off, dropping the price to $29.99. And as I said, it'll be running till January 17th. Now with the release of the Netflix series The Witcher, I think this game is going to be needing less and less of an introduction. But it is basically a third-person action RPG set in a fantasy world. You play as Geralt of Rivia, who is the Witcher, which is basically a super-powered monster hunter. Now, although price-wise this game is more on the high end of the games we'll be looking at today, what is amazing with this game, especially with the DLC included in this pack, you can easily put in more than 100 hours into this game and not even scratch the surface of everything you could explore. So if you're looking to drop some money on one game that can probably take months to complete, well, The Witcher 3 would probably be an excellent pickup. Now next for today, we're actually looking at a first-party title, which is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze that is now 30% off, dropping the price to $41.99. Now honestly, on the channel, I try to not often focus on too many first-party games, just because Nintendo does a pretty good job of letting you know when they're on sale. Now, I know that 30% off of a first-party title doesn't sound like an amazing deal, and it's something we regularly see from Nintendo. However, Donkey Kong Country is one of the games that doesn't see this sale all too often. And still today, although this is a port from the Wii U, it remains one of the best 2D platformers available on the Nintendo Switch. And I know there are a lot of people out there that were waiting around for a sale on this one, which is why I wanted to take a couple of minutes to really feature it in today's video. And also the addition of Funky Kong in this version of the game actually makes it more approachable for those that have trouble with the later levels of the general Donkey Kong Country franchise entries. Overall, a very decent pickup for this week for a game that doesn't often go on sale. Now the next entry from this great New Year sale that I want to cover for today is Caption Full Body, that is now 60% off, dropping the price to $19.99. Now for most of its gameplay, I could say that Caption Full Body is best described as a 3D puzzle platformer. However, there are a lot of storyline elements here, also blended with a beautiful anime style. Now, I do want to mention, however, that this is a game more for mature audiences, because the topics here are very dark, they are intense as well, basically focusing around a guy that is unfortunately caught up in a web of cheating on his girlfriend. But overall, if you're looking for a game with a more out there storyline mixed with some great puzzle platforming, Caption Full Body is definitely a game that took me by surprise when I tried it out. Now the next entry for today is going to be Raiden V Director's Cut, that is 70% off, dropping down to $8.99, and quick reminder, all ending on January 17th. Now I say it often, but a lot of people on the channel know that I'm a shoot 'em up fan, and the Raiden series is definitely among one of my favorite series overall. It has some great arcade-inspired top-down shoot 'em up action. And Raiden 5, although it is not my personal favorite on the Nintendo Switch currently available, is an excellent entry in the series, especially when you're only picking it up for $9. It boasts some great fast-paced action with some very nice visuals, and it also supports 2-player local co-op, so it is a great shoot 'em up to play with a friend. Now the next great game I want to take a look at is the Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack that is currently 50% off, dropping the price to $19.99. Now, the whole Gunvolt series is a series of 2D action platformers that are very heavily inspired from the Mega Man series, and I would say even more specifically the Mega Man Zero series. And the Striker Pack that we're actually looking at right now is probably the best way to get introduced to the Gunvolt series, with Gunvolt 1 that will introduce you to a lot of the great mechanics from this series, and then Gunvolt 2 that really brings it to a new level. And it's interesting to note that although I'm focusing on the Striker Pack for today because I think it's one of the best offerings, pretty much the whole Gunvolt series is currently on sale on the Nintendo Switch eShop, so you can also pick up IX or Burst. So now it's time to take a quick break and announce today's winners of the $5 eShop gift cards. And our first winner for today is going to be Kelly Tucker, who says, "I love all of your videos." Thank you so much for the compliment, Kelly. I'm so glad you enjoyed the videos. And the second winner for today's video is going to be Chris Cruz, who said, "Even if the gift card doesn't completely cover it, Wargroove looks like it'll fill my strategy game niche nicely. Thanks for the quick video." And Chris, if you did pick up Wargroove, it is a great strategy game, and I hope you're having a ton of fun with it. Now, all you need to do to claim your $5 eShop gift card is reach out to me in my pinned comment down below. So now we're going to jump straight back into the deals, and the next one is actually an amazing one, which is Tetris Effect Connected, that is currently 33% off, dropping down to $26.79, a brand new low, and by the way, this game will be my pick of the week. Now, Tetris was already one of the most popular puzzle games worldwide, and honestly, when they announced this game, I didn't know how they would be able to dislodge Tetris 99 as pretty much my favorite version of this gameplay. But they managed it by basically reinventing almost the whole concept, giving you 10 plus game modes, being able to play online as locally. Honestly, Tetris Effect Connected is just one of those games that you have to try, and if you're whatsoever interested in puzzle type gameplay, you will definitely almost fall in love with it. And personally, I've only scratched the surface of this game, but every time I've booted it up and I've tried a new mode, I have something new to discover and really enjoy. Now, our next amazing game for today is going to be Kaze and the Wild Masks, that is now back down to 33% off, dropping the price to $19.99. And just a quick reminder, all the deals today are ending on January 17th. Now, Kaze and the Wild Masks is a 2D platformer that actually made my list of top 10 underrated games of 2021. And if you were looking at Donkey Kong Country a little earlier on the list and it was just seeming too expensive for you, well, Kaze and the Wild Masks is the closest you can get to that experience. And what surprised me most about this game wasn't the fact that it was very close to a Donkey Kong-like experience, but more how great the level designs were, almost on par with those first-party games. Only thing to note here is that it is fairly shorter, however, offering you 3 worlds with 30 levels, but nonetheless, very enjoyable gameplay. Now next, we're going to be looking at another first-party game, and that is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I've picked out the bundle here that is 30% off with the special episode included at $32.18. Now, the same thing as earlier when we took a look at Donkey Kong Country, the reason I decided to focus on this game is it's another one of those that doesn't go on sale all that often. And once again, although 30% doesn't feel like a lot, it really rarely gets any better than this, and you're still getting a great first-party game. Now, if you're totally unfamiliar with the series, it basically takes the Captain Toad minigame and turns it into its own thing, being a huge 3D puzzle platformer. And I'm telling you right away that the bundle is definitely worth it with the special episode included because it almost doubles up on the content. And this is another one of those first-party games that I didn't think I'd like as much as I did. Once I started it, I just couldn't put down my Switch. Now next on today's list, we have Carrion, that is back to 40% off, dropping the price to $11.99, and reminding you one last time, all of the deals running till January 17th. Now, Carrion is a truly great Metroidvania that really flips the genre on its head. Because in this game, rather than playing the hero trying to stop the monster, you're playing as the monster trying to escape from the underground laboratory. To do that, you're going to have to pretty much hunt down and kill all the humans available to allow yourself to consume them, grow, and evolve new abilities. Now, if you're the type of person that enjoys Metroidvanias, but really wants a different and out there experience from their next one, definitely check out Carrion, and getting it for $12 is an awesome deal. Now, our next great deal is going to be on Panzer Dragoon Remake, that is now back to 75% off, dropping the price to only $6.24. Now, I grew up as a fan of the original Panzer Dragoon, so when I found out it was getting a remake, you were guaranteed that I was in line waiting to play this game. And once again, for those that are unfamiliar, it is an arcade-style on-the-rails shooter where you are basically flying on the back of a dragon, shooting down enemies, firing off missiles, and basically trying to hit the highest score ever while completing the levels. Now, fair warning, the gameplay style here being based on arcade-style gameplay, the full game can probably be knocked out once you learn the levels in about 45 minutes to an hour. Which is why at $25, some people were feeling like the game wasn't quite worth it, even though it offers a ton of replayability. Which is why now when it's 75% off at $6.24, it becomes an easy recommendation even for those who won't necessarily do multiple runs of the game. So now it's time for today's Sizzle Reel of Deals with some other great games to consider for this sale. Now we're pretty much at the end of the list of today's eShop deals. However, before we go, we have to take a look at today's winner for the Caption contest. Once again, there were tons of great entries, but I went with my favorite. Maybe it's because I'm going back to my 9 to 5 on Monday, but it is going to be Tyler Reed, who said going back to work after the long weekend. When I read that one, it just fit perfectly with the image I was looking at and the way I was feeling, so he's going to be our winner for today. And now, just before we go, I want to really thank the channel supporters. As I said previously, we're now up to 20 supporters, and it helps the channel grow in an amazing way. And don't forget, on the way out, that if you did like the content, to please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you aren't already, and hitting that notification bell so you know when all my future videos come out. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.